Hey horror fans, welcome back to Room 237 and coming at you with another piece of shit remake, Prom Night from 2008. I remember when this came out, I never saw it. I never saw this movie until just now. And this is another worthless, forgettable, unneeded, just shitty PG-13 horror remake. It says unrated, but just like with The Fog, which was another PG-13 remake, brings nothing to it. Now, if you ask the director, writer, producers, if you watch the behind the scenes, filmmakers say, well, it's not a remake. We're not remaking the Jamie Lee Curtis film. I know. I will give it this. It's a completely different story. So much so that it didn't deserve the title Prom Night. But they were sneaky. They knew it's a popular title. They had to sell tickets, so they called it Prom Night. It's treated like a remake. And there is nothing to this movie. Granted, it's not as bad as The Fog. It still has an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. And again, I know Rotten Tomatoes isn't law, but 8% is pretty impressive. I mean, The Fog is 4%. I mean, it is the less than 10 of Adam Sandler, Kevin James realm of Rotten Tomatoes. There's really nobody in this movie. You have Lyndon Ashby, who played Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat in a few scenes. You have, let's see if I can read this, it's kind of dark. Nope, her name's not even on here. I can't remember her name. It is, oh Jesus, Jennifer Gilsig, I think is her name. She played Siggy on Vikings, which I'm a fan of. I actually really like Siggy. But anyway, yeah, this fucking movie. Hold on, I'm trying to get back to where I was. Remake. So yeah, I mean, it's nothing like the original. So like when I do another episode of Reslashed, it's probably gonna be not a lot to talk about. So you follow this girl, Donna, played by Brittany Snow. She comes home one night, finds her little brother's been killed, her father's been killed. She hides under the bed and sees her mother get killed because some teacher of hers at her high school became obsessed with her, went nuts, and he wants to be with her. And they really went out of their way to make him look like a killer, because he looks just like fucking Charles Manson. And then, with a little bit of exposition, we see that when they went to his house, he had binders and binders of, candid photos and journal entries about her. But he was found insane, got sent to a maximum security insane asylum, and escapes on prom night to go get her. It doesn't say when that takes place. Like, this movie doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't say how much time has passed to get up to prom night. It doesn't say who she's now living with, which is her aunt and uncle, played by Johnny Cage and Siggy. And first of all, are proms ever at a big hotel? I absolutely wouldn't think so, but this one is. Big, extravagant hotel. The only thing I can give this movie is that the teens in this are the kind of people you want to see get killed. I mean, I will say, Brittany Snow, I mean, she's not a good actress, but she seems like a good character. Her boyfriend seems like a nice guy. No one in this movie is a good actor. I mean, I liked Lyndon Ashby, Jennifer Gilsig, and Idris Elba is in this. He plays a detective who's on the case. Other than that, there's nobody in it. And yeah, it's just all same with the Fright Night remake. There's no normal looking people. Everybody's pretty. Everybody's beautiful. Everybody's super handsome. And it's just you don't feel it. It's the kind of people you want to see get killed. I mean, I never went to prom. I never gave a shit. And there's some drama. Like you get this one girl who she's like head of the prom committee. She wants to be queen. There's like rivalry for who's gonna be prom queen. It's just like just fucking kill them already. Sorry, that's just me being cynical. It's really late. I'm tired. I'm being cynical. And this movie just sucked all the positivity out of me. And the thing about this, like, I'm not the biggest fan of the original Prom Night. I mean, I like it. I enjoy it. It's just not one of my favorite slasher films. But I respect it. I know it's one of the big 80s slasher films. One of the ones that got the genre going. And the thing about the original was it was a mystery. And it was a well done mystery. This one, you know the killer's name and face within the first 5 minutes. Doesn't wear a mask. Really takes away from the film, actually. Because the filmmakers thought it's scarier when, it makes it more intimately scarier when you see and know the killer. Which, I can't remember if it was the writer, the producer, the director said, films like Silence of the Lambs and Seven. Well, Seven's a fucking mystery, and those are both phenomenal films. So, and do not deserve to be classified in the same realm as this piece of shit. And so, and it's one of those movies where, like, when there's dialogue, you have to crank up the volume, but then it just goes straight to the prom, and it's just loud, obnoxious hip-hop music. And just, the fucking... So, the killer, he kills a guy, gets his credit card, buys a room on the same floor as he hears her and her friends are staying. And then it's like, he scratches his card so he can kill a maid to get her master key. And it's just like, I kind of get why you did that, but don't you want to stay under the radar? And it's so fucking stupid. Because, one by one, her friends are going up to the room, they're getting killed. And, it just, the aunt and uncle are aware that the guy's escaped. They don't want to call her because they don't want to ruin her progress. Her progress with her therapy and ruin her prom. Idris Elba's not doing anything, he's just standing there watching her. All the while, they're not looking for this guy while he's killing people. And then, like, at the end, when they evacuate everyone, she's back at home. He's got his partner sitting outside in a car saying, he's not in the hotel, he's probably coming. He's trying to call the aunt and uncle instead of having his partner go inside. Just, it's like convenient suspense, which isn't fun or enjoyable. It just makes the character seem stupid and the writing seem sloppy. And I know I haven't gone much into this movie because there's not much to fucking talk about. And, a PG-13 slasher film, that's, I can't even, it's totally pointless. Completely fucking pointless. And what little blood there is, it's, I couldn't even tell if it was CGI or practical, because One girl gets her throat slit. We see some arterial spray. Other than that, you see like blood on like the shirts of people like after they've been killed. Just a completely pointless fucking movie. And the thing is, Prom Night has a series. There's 4 Prom Night films. I'm not watching them. I watched the original, and I've already watched this, so I never need to watch it again. I don't know when I'm gonna do the reslashed episode where I compare them. Probably soon. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. It's really late, and I gotta get some sleep. But yeah, I wasn't even gonna review this tonight. I fucking had to, or else I was gonna forget. There's already points I wanted to make that I've already forgot. That's how forgettable this movie is. Nothing to it. I mean, I can commend them for doing something different, but if your movie's gonna be so different, just call it something else. I mean, they were clearly just trying to cash in on the name itself. I mean, you could say the same thing about Dawn of the Dead, because Dawn of the Dead is completely different from the original, but it's still a zombie film and a group of survivors in a mall. It's still kept at the core. This is none of that. It's not a mystery. It's, it's not really revenge. It's more just psychotic lust, I guess. The killer isn't even that interesting. It's just a normal dressed dude with a ball cap. About as interesting as me, I guess. But yeah, I don't have much to say about this. The kills, there's not much to it. They try to make them brutal. Just a lot of quick cut editing. It's just like he's stabbing him like 40 times. Or a bunch of times, but then like when you see the aftermath, they have like 4 little blood spots on their dress. And I mean, yeah, the lead girl and her boyfriend, like, their characters seem like good, caring people. Just, they're not the best actors. And just, there's really no one likable. I don't know how long Idris Elba's been really famous for. I think this is one of his earlier ones. It's a terrible fucking movie. It's a terrible fucking remake. Not as bad as The Fog, but that's not really complimenting it at all. So yeah, another pointless fucking shitty remake. And I've barely touched the tip of the iceberg when it comes to remakes, but yeah. So there you have Prom Night. Another reason why unrated doesn't always mean shit. So anyway, not very in depth, but there's not shit to talk about. It's just horrible. Stick with the original. I'm not the biggest fan of the original, but it is. It's like, that is like Halloween compared to this. So anyway, thank you for watching.